Yo, how's it going, everyone? Oh, knocked my controller over. It's that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream here on the main channel. I left my auto clicker running the EZA last night. As you can see, it's putting some work on stage 520. I don't need the Hercule statues or anything, but this feels like one of those ones that's going to be really easy to get all the way to 999. So I just thought, why not? How's everyone doing today? Good, I hope. Hey, shout out to Little Blue on the Twitch side, the tier 1 sub. For 31 months as a Twitch subscriber. Thank you, thank you. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I managed to, I'm quite surprised / impressed I managed to get started basically on time. I overslept a little bit this morning. I don't know why, every time I wake up, I purposely set my alarm. I'm one of those people, I don't like my alarm going off and then like I turn it off and have to just get up straight away. So I always set my alarm like 10 or 20 minutes before I actually have to get up, and then snooze it like once or twice depending on how I feel. And for some reason today, I don't know why, I didn't snooze it, I just turned it off, but then also didn't get up straight away. So then yeah, I looked at my phone, what obviously feels like only seconds later, and I was like, oh, it's been like 25 minutes since my alarm went off. Alright. Yeah, Abbas, how's it going? What time zone am I in? I'm in the UK, so it is currently 5 minutes past 8 in the morning. First mode is disappointing, that or crossover is too strong. I mean, it might honestly be that, because crossover is like the team with Vegeta and now the EZAs. The team is actually just really good. My phone is stone multi Vegeta, 0 stones for upcoming. Wait, so you're saying you finally got Vegeta with your last stones, but now you have no stones? I mean, fair play, like GG's for actually finally getting him though, because he is an absolute beast. .6 hours ahead. Yeah, so you're somewhere like, because I know it was East Pacific. No, Pacific time's 8 hours behind me. Eastern time's like 5 hours behind me, I think. So in terms of the rewards past stage 30, you get a title when you get to 77. But other than that, the only real reason to do it is to get more Hercule statues, which I don't need. But it's more so just the like, I don't want to say bragging rights because no one cares really, but it's just a it's just like a random challenge. Look how Capcom is promoting Pragmata. I wish other companies did the same. I haven't really seen any of it, to be honest. And characters are getting so OP. I remember when getting a 20 mil attack stat was crazy. Dude, I remember when Super Saiyan 4 Goku was like the first character in the game. STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku was the first character in the game that could get 1,000,000 attack stat. Oh, it's Dokkan Day, isn't it? I forgot. Let's go. I forgot it's Dokkan Day today. Dokkan Special Day. Let's go. We love to see it. Let's get our dailies done, I suppose, first. I don't like the fact that this stage can only be done by crossover characters when I'm somebody who's already link leveled all of my things. Why don't you just auto-click all the EZA stages up to level 999? I probably will at some point. Like, I hadn't had my auto-clicker properly set up for EZAs. Plus, some of them are not, like, difficult, but some of them are annoying to do with the auto-clicker because they require, like, especially when you get to the higher levels, like, certain units can't be in slot 1, otherwise you just die. And obviously the auto doesn't change the rotations or anything like that, so... Hey, Jiren got a link. Literally, Jiren is the only crossover character I have that isn't link level 10, because he's the brand new one. Oh, excuse me. 2018 anniversary was one of the most memorable summons. I got 3 copies of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, 2 of Vegeta, and 2 Mois. Was that the... It was 2018, was that the 4th anniversary? I remember I got Vegeta, like, fairly early, and then I spent, like, 2,000 stones and didn't get Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I was lucky, because I had pulled the... Go Bros, who came out just before for Global, because they were a Goku family leader, so it didn't matter as much that I didn't get Goku. But... Put Rose in Legends off the free tickets. Oh, nice. I say free, but you have to pull Vegeta to get said tickets. Oh. Wait, what? So you have to pull... You have to pull... Is Vegeta one of the other new summonable characters? Oh, this too. I didn't even see that. Little Blue. Shout out to Little Blue, the 120 stream streak. Let's go. Seeing physical Xeno Trunks doing more than the 10th anniversary at last term 1 is so surreal. He only does it on this specific setup, though, to be, like, obviously... Well, I say that, but actually, we've got the other teams that he can be run on, as long as you're fulfilling, like, his passive, so... But yeah, they actually cooked with these Xenoverse EZAs. They're all really good. I mean, obviously, it sucks that Toa is still banned in... most events, although I wonder, the thing is, I meant to tweet about it because I don't know if anyone, like Truth or someone, did actually check, but like I wonder if anyone checked if in like the previous temporary red zones that we had, you could use the band. Because I feel like a lot of people, myself included, probably just assume that they're banned in everything, so didn't even try to use them. So I wonder if they're making it for all of these limited like red zone REs that you can use the nuke leaders, because that'd be the only good thing about the temporary, these new like temporary events, is the fact that you can actually use
All right, let's do this.
some of these characters, because it means the next red zone RE that we get, you'd be able to use Toa there as well, and then that would actually be quite good. It just depends how that works and whether they do actually let you do that or not. If he's one of the summonable characters, he's half the pull rate of Rose. Wait, what? So you're more likely to pull Rose than Vegeta, but if you pull Vegeta, you get free tickets to summon. That sounds very odd.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, we do love Dokkan Day. I will be using this auto clicker and all of my meat items to grind that stage as much as possible for today. Because yeah, I can easily every time Dokkan Day comes around, I manage to go up like a few ranks and I get a good few characters finished with their link leveling. I think on this link level team, I have like Baby has like 2 links to go at 9. Jiren is still awkwardly like I think he's got 1 at 7. Although actually, I think that was the one that just went up, right? Didn't he just get a level 8 link? So he's got like a link or 2 at 8, and then 1 or 2 at 9, I think. So he's not far off being done. That's the good thing as well about being a crossover like fanboy, is obviously all those units, any unit they could possibly EZA in this celebration, I already have link leveled, because I link leveled all of my crossover characters a long time ago. Tomorrow is monthly Pixel Awards Day. Oh right, yeah, because it's the yeah, because of the new month you get your like login things and stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Please be a Dokkan Fest Goten or something if it's not crossover. I have a horrible feeling it is going to be something cool, because even if it isn't crossover related, it probably is going to be related to the fact that it's Goku, Gohan, Goten Day. So, yeah. Toon posted a thing like at the start of Dokkan Day, he's already ranked 1,502. That's wild. Hey Preston, how's it going? Toon also has like a 17.2 million power level. That's crazy. Apparently you stop getting your maximum stamina increase at rank 1530 and it goes up to 472. What am I at? 439. Damn.
Alright, let's do this.
LR Raditz and Nappa and Vegeta, perfect unit, the first triple tag unit. The problem is, I guess the way they do it is you'd have to click the icon in the bottom corner and it would switch to the second character, and then when you click on their one it would switch to the third character. So if you wanted to go back to the like second character or straight to the third character, you'd have to just press it twice. But Mega Nice is actually crazy though. Like, I can't believe you would waste one of those god orbs, even like for the memes. Like, they're so hard to get. Makes sense, best unit right there. No, don't encourage him. Either make the third character immediately broken on Switch in or worthless, so you can just switch whenever. Yeah, I don't know. Like in terms of the mechanics of the game, I imagine a 3-way reversible exchange like thing would work, but I don't know. But I feel like it could work. I just don't know whether they would actually do it. This is now a diamond-plated trash can. Tech Bardock currently needs a Goku ally as part of his intro. Yeah, that's true. Imagine Goku, Gohan, Gotende is a unit that is involving Goku somehow, and then they easy A Tech Bardock. That would be great. And LR Super Saiyan Bardock from the thing. But yeah, for those of you who don't know what Mega Nice is talking about, the Absolute Meme Lord put a Whis event God bronze equip, like the, was it level 8 attack and level 8 defense, on the physical banner unit Magetta, who is probably arguably one of the worst TURs in the game. Yeah, this guy, I forgot the fact that he awakens, so he's got Shattering the Limit, which needs to be leveled up. Okay, Jiren's got 1 9 and 2 8s. This guy's got a 9 and an 8. I don't even know why I bothered. I think because I pulled so many copies of that Coat Vegeta, I decided to, I might as well just rainbow him and link level him. Get the LR Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, UI Goku, and Future Gohan from Heroes. Dude, that would be so cool, but I'll have to fulfill the role of Prof as he's not here. One of the big things about the Heroes cards in Dokkan is they only use the arts from the actual official Heroes cards. So if a card, like let's say a character in Heroes, like let's take for example, this might be wrong, he might have multiple cards, I'm just using it as an example, but let's take like Super Saiyan 3 Raditz, right? If he only has one Heroes card, like physical card, then he could only ever be a card in Dokkan. He would only be an SSR, because there isn't a second art for him to actually have a TUR awakening. And so apparently with that generation, because it's not even generational Kamehameha, because they don't all do a Kamehameha. I can't remember, Prof keeps correcting me, but I can't remember what it's actually called. But that generational Kamehameha thing, I think it only has 1 or 2 arts. So if it has 2, it could be a TUR, but it can't be an LR because there aren't 3 arts for them. Let me just have a look. So Dragon Ball Heroes generational. I mean, I'll put Kamehameha, even though that's not actually what it's called, but yeah, 3 generations Kamehameha, people are calling it. Because there's no, is it this one? Nope. Because yeah, basically if a card doesn't have multiple actual physical Heroes cards, because those are the only arts that they use, Obviously, they like Dokkanify them and like, you know, redo them in like in the Dokkan style and everything. But yeah, they're the only arts that they can use apparently. Yeah, I remember for years people have talked about the idea of a Senzu Goku, like where he gives the Senzu Bean to Cell, where like you heal the boss, but then you could get like a massive buff or something. Would be quite funny. Yo, Solus, how's it going? I think the only way I could probably do it is put Goku, Bardock, and Gohan card. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding it, like the actual physical one.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, I mean, it would be cool. Obviously, I would love to see it, but I'm not sure what the possibility of them being able to do it is. The other day, technically Ultra Supervillain Vegeta was another lost opportunity of them giving us the blue evolution aura punch in Dokkan, because that's one of his super attacks in Xenoverse 2. Yeah, they obviously just hate that attack. They're just not gonna like let him have it.
Let's do this.
421, there was never a more perfect time for EZA. Yeah, that's another one of the reasons why I feel like there will, or at least should, I guess. That's why I feel like there should be a part 2 with more crossover stuff. Like, she's right there on the banner. Like, it makes no sense for her to not EZA, like, now, in this celebration. I don't get it. I need to do a thing on the demonic power team. Platy posted a fun thing of like double Goma and then like Mira, Toa, Demigra, Garlic Junior's on the team. There's also the Mira and Toa, but I don't have them. I feel like Glorio is still like a viable character as long as he actually does dodge. Yeah, she's not on Vegeta's lead because she's not a well. She is, because she's a crossover character, but she's not on his full leader skill. But that's fine. I mean, that's like, characters can still be usable if they're only getting the 170 lead. It just depends how good they are. Like, if they gave her a really good EZA, then it wouldn't matter too much. But it would also be fun for, like, the Android team, especially because Mira is so good. They could sub EZA Android 21 at the same time as well. It would have been a great idea. They could have put 21 on the... if they wanted to do it all at the same time, like, and there not be a part 2, they could have sub-EZA'd Physical 21, and they could have put her on the reward list for the Silver Stone as well. So you could get the Xenoverse characters and Physical 21, like if she was going to EZA. Because obviously normally if a character EZAs, they try to have a way to like make them available so you can actually get them. We will start doing the burst mode here in a minute. I just need to, because I got sidetracked by jumping into the Dokkan Day thing. Kind of need to, oh well, they don't show any links either. Need to use up my stamina because I don't like stamina waste. So I don't want to be doing events while I'm at max stamina, so my stamina's not regenerating. So we need to get under the maximum stamina threshold thing so we can actually start to recharge while we're... Well, plus actually, to be fair, burst mode costs stamina to do, doesn't it? Anyway, I forgot. If there's no Golden Week, do we put this on Geppy or Amatsu? Because if putting on Amatsu, then Seiendei was all Amatsu. Well, no, because Seiendei, that was basically when they announced that his, like, the thing was changing, right? It was right when Seiendei happened. And because we know they plan units, especially LRs, like a year in advance, I would basically say that, like, none of the units even coming out now have got anything to do with Geppy. Well, I say not got anything to do with him, but, like, for example, this Supervillain Vegeta would have already been being designed when Amatsu was still the head producer, because we know that they designed these characters, like, almost a year in advance. That's the other thing, though. This is the exact same thing that we used to say when people would meme about Amatsu anyways. You've also got to remember that whether it's Amatsu or Geppy who are now technically in charge, like, it's never been the case that they themselves are the single person that makes all the decisions on, like, what happens. So, like, if Golden Week is now not going to be a celebration at all this year, and who knows about going forward, it wouldn't have just been one person. Like, Geppy didn't just take over and be like, right, we're not doing Golden Week anymore. Like, and I say so, so it's final. Like, it just doesn't work like that.
All right, let's do this.
I've had a surprisingly few amount of link levels since we started doing this stage. You can technically EZA the Tech Trunks, add Vegeta family to his Cell Saga passive, make him work on Vegeta's team. Honestly, that would be cool. Like, Tech Trunks is that next unit in line that, like, kind of like Physical Raditz, where, like, he needs an EZA to save him from how much of a terrible release he was. Well, we talked about this at the time, so this is not anything I haven't said, like, even when he first came out. But how do you make a character who requires, like, an entire team of specific category units, and then that only gives them a chance to guard? Like, if a character's going to have that kind of passive, it should be, if you basically have to build over half the team with a certain category, it should be guaranteed guard. And even then, that wouldn't have made him, like, good. It would have made him better than he is, but it wouldn't have made him good. Well, maybe, like, good, but he still wouldn't have been great, even with that guaranteed guard. The thing is, once you transformed into Super Trunks was fun, but everybody else, like his base form was just terrible. We need that mass cell Rs and SRs update. I can't wait for that. I'm trying to think. I did have a character that was somewhat recent that needed extra super... it's this guy. Still needs extra super attack levels, so he's my, like, on Dokkan Day I can train in some things to give him extra SA. There's no point even doing it, like, all the way up to full either, because I might as well just save the other ones for the next time. That's the only annoying thing when you're someone who does keep, like, all of your units leveled up and stuff, that, like, one of the missions is raise a character's super attack, and it's like, well, I don't have any of my characters that need their super attack level raised because they're all SA10. Like, all right, so let's have a look at this, shall we? So, Supervillain Vegeta burst mode. So it's crossover is the one for the big points. I mean, this is just going to be easy. Like, the crossover team is so good. I feel like maybe we just go for... Should we just go for, like, the maximum points thing on the first try? I feel like we might as well. It's only 8,300. Last time it was 8,800. I'm not missing any, am I? Because I think the Xenoverse, I don't actually remember, but I'm pretty sure the Xenoverse cards like don't cost, yeah, like they have very low, you're the banner unit anyway, but yeah, they have like fairly low character cost, so yeah, we don't even need to, we can literally just run this team and go for the maximum thing straight away. I'm just going to do that. But yeah, I need to stop the Geppy disrespect. I mean, I've said before over the years, even when Dokkan made bad decisions, like, people would always be like, oh, Amatsu, boo, like... But yeah, none of these things are the decision of solely one person. And we don't know how... I mean, we don't know how early they started over the transfer of power and then announced it. But yeah, like I said, stuff that's happening now, even stuff like this, like whether there's no Golden Week, this wouldn't have been, like, solely Geppy's decision. And personally, I think if they keep this as a crossover time slot and just never do Golden Week again, that'd be awesome. Because Golden Week is one of those things, especially if you want to summon for Saiyan Day, Golden Week happens way too quickly afterwards. But imagine if they keep this as a crossover time slot. So next year, if Xenoverse 3 is out already, they could do a Xenoverse 3 crossover. If Xenoverse 3 isn't out already by this time slot next year, hopefully Sparking Zero will have finally made Gohan Black playable. And so then they can do a Gohan Black crossover. And then the next year, Xenoverse 3 will have been out and potentially even had a DLC by then. So then they can do a Xenoverse 3. So they could literally do a crossover celebration in this time slot for the next couple of years. And by the time we get like 3 years from now, another Dragon Ball game will have come out that they could do a crossover with. Or just more Xenoverse crossover stuff. Jiren was easy fight. Toa's leader skill with God Vegeta, he nukes him. Yeah, you could just use Toa. I guess, yeah, I never thought about that. Use Toa's leader skill and then use like the STR orb changing item and just keep resetting it. I missed the support memory one. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because it's 2, isn't it? Because it's yeah, because this is one of the ones where you pick both. So it's 8,500 is the maximum score. All right, let's have a go at this then, shall we? Hey guys, Master Naked here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we have the Ultra Supervillain Vegeta Burst Mode live in the game. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different for this one, because Burst Mode I feel like has changed quite a bit over the last few Burst Modes. And so if we take a look at the missions, we have the very typical, like, just beat the stage by getting various different stages of the score. The maximum score is 8,000, but bear in mind that the last couple of those only get you Kais. So if you don't really care about Kais, like if you don't really need them, you know, those of you who know, I've got like over 2,000 of them. If you don't really need Kais, the highest amount of points you ideally want to aim for then is going to be 7,000, because that's the last mission that actually gives you stones, and we all want more stones. So 7,000 is the highest you need to get. 8,000 is the highest if you want to score, like if you want to do all of the missions. So what I normally do with these burst mode videos is I just get 8,000 points. But last time with the, I think it was the Saiyan Day one, the last burst mode, the maximum score was 8,800 if you put on all the modifiers. And I managed to do that run fairly easily. And when we look at the burst mode modifiers for this run, the team that gives you the most points is the crossover team, which obviously, you know, this won't apply to everybody, but if you pulled the new Vegeta, literally just the team that is the new Vegeta and all of the Xenoverse EZAs, Like, that team is really, really good. So this is going to be, I feel like this could be quite easy. So I thought what we would do for this video, rather than just get 8,000 points, is we're going to go for the maximum points run in this video. Because I normally don't do that. I normally set the 8,000 points and then I like do the higher score off stream. And I always say, like, you know, with the older burst modes, we used to have a bit of friendly competition in the Discord, people trying to get the highest score possible. But with the way they've changed it now, I feel like it's quite easy with some of these teams to just get the maximum points. So we got crossover. Obviously, we got the extra stats for the enemy. This is the main one. Like, if you find burst mode hard, if you're a newer player, not having this one on, obviously you get a lot less points, but it'll help you. You'll at least get some of the missions done. So we've got 375 or less team costs. We've got all the enemy can't be stunned, sealed, attack or defense lowered. Enemy has 25% damage reduction. Starting from phase 3, the enemy's attack and defense goes up 100% with each turn up to 500%. 3000% extra attack, 300% extra defense, 4000% extra HP. Damage reduction, any attacks that would do 3 million damage or less do 0. Then we've got the type disadvantage orbs hurt you. All allies key -3, and then obviously the support memories and items are not allowed, and that gets you to 8,500 points. If you don't want to do this, just for those people, as I say, this is how I used to do the videos, right? If you don't want to do this and you just want to get the points to beat the to get all the missions done, I would say one of the easiest ways to do this is just take off the attack buffs. So you get your 8,000 points, but the enemy is still, remember, this is just a Dokkan, and technically a Dokkan event. So then the only attack buff the enemy is getting is this one, which is 400%. Bear in mind, Dokkan event bosses are normally only supering for like 100k or something. So even with 400% extra attack, like even if one of your units gets super attacked, they're not going to get killed. So if you want to get 8,000 points as easy as possible, that's how I would suggest doing it. Just don't put on any of the attack modifiers. But we are going to jump in, and because the Xenoverse characters are all basically banner units, they have a very low team cost. So even with that 375, the most restrictive team cost one, we can still run the team of the Xenoverse EZAs and God Vegeta. I could run Toa instead of the... Actually, I kind of like running Toa more than Demigra, to be honest, in the events where she's not banned. Because Demigra, whilst he is useful, I think he's just kind of like, I don't think we need the giant form in this event. And so because Toa's not banned, basically the setup is going to be God Vegeta and Mira, and then God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Xenotrunks. And we have both the base Xenotrunkses and Toa floating. So let's go ahead and jump in. Hopefully we get a good starting rotation, because otherwise that's always annoying. And so of course we didn't, because we've got both the Ultra Supervillain Vegetas on the first turn. So we always go for as much key as we can get, because we've got the all allies key -3. So we want to try and make sure we get as much extra key as possible. So go ahead and do that, do that, and then do that. Hey, shout out to Charlie, is it Colonio, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. Right, so I mean, having God Vegeta on turn 1 is obviously good, but annoying because it means we don't have a God Vegeta on turn 2. So I'm not sure how well the second turn will pan out here, but let's go ahead and do this. Do this. We've got the defense buff for Trunks. No attacks in slot 1, which means neither of our God Vegetas are going to get the extra attacks for the turn. But hopefully we should still be fine. But yeah, the DBS remaster thing that people were talking about, like, apparently they've confirmed that they're, as far as we know from leaks and stuff, it's confirmed that they're doing Beerus. Obviously, they teased Resurrection of F at the end in that new trailer that we saw at Battle Hour. And then apparently they are doing the Universe 6 versus Universe 7, like, mini tournament. Obviously, people would we would love them to redo the Goku Black arc afterwards as well. But it seems like, from what's being reported, that once they've done those 3, then they're just moving on to doing the Moro arc in terms of making it. Which, I mean, is fine. I feel like they don't have to remaster or, like, redo all of it. Especially when you think that, like, out of those first 3 arcs, they're all sort of like mini arcs, whereas the Goku Black arc is very, very long. And that's the thing, I don't want to wait like 50 million years for them to get to Moro. So, I guess we'll do this. Trunks does at least have some damage reduction. Like neither of these guys we really want to be in slot 1, so we just have to go for it and hope we don't get insta. Wow, okay. Yeah, so this is what I said about your starting rotations, right? Like, I was kind of talking about this with the Jiren crossover mission, is that this is the big thing with the crossover team, is that God Vegeta is the slot 1 unit for the team. So if you have both of them on the same turn, really, if you have both of them on the same turn, you basically just have to quit and start again, which is super annoying, especially for something like this burst mode where it actually costs stamina to do, because I'd much rather be getting this done in one go and then using that stamina for the link level stage, because it's Dokkan Day. We don't want to be stuck doing this all day.
Let's do this.
But yeah, twice in a row they gave me double God Vegeta turn 1. That's outrageous. Are you actually kidding me? Bruh. 3 times in a row. Like, we've had teams in the past where it's annoying to get both your leaders on turn 1. But with the crossover team, like, the team is basically, in difficult events, the team is basically unrunnable if you get double Vegeta. Because none of the other characters, they didn't make any of the Xenoverse EZAs, apart from Mira once he started to stack up. None of the other Xenoverse EZAs can be slot 1 characters. There we go. Although, is the other Vegeta in slot 7? No. Good. Okay. Now we can actually start. But yeah, ridiculous. Alright, so let's grab our key. Not going to be able to get a lot of it here by the looks of it. And we can do that and then do that, I suppose. And then do that. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Not the best start off thanks to Dokkan RNG, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So, let's do that. Do this. But like, once we have the rotation that we want, then it shouldn't be too bad. I had to get same type orb so that Toa could actually super, but nice. I've gone for Vegeta with the dodge. Let's go. Nice, the friend one actually. I wonder how much dodge the friend one actually has. But yeah, dodging a super still counts as receiving a super attack. So God Vegeta now going to do 4 supers in slot 1, and potentially the bit of potential as well. Oh wait, so no, it doesn't count because he did 3, which I guess one of them was the additional from the hidden potential. Because certain passives and certain things, receiving a super, like receiving an attack, does count if you dodge. So that's interesting to know because we saw it there in real time. So if you dodge a super, it doesn't count as being receiving a super for his passive, where he then gets the extra super attack. So that's actually kind of annoying. I wonder if it counts as receiving an attack, because he did a 3rd attack, but that would potentially have just been the hidden potential one. So that's interesting. I always hate these rotations though, where he doesn't get, like, there's no attacks in slot 1. Yeah, Vegeta and the Jiren are on Corroded Body and Mind, which is cool. That's why I hope we do get another Ultra Super Villain. Like, if there's I hope there's a part 2 and we get like Rose, because Rose, they're all on Corroded Body and Mind anyway, aren't they? But man, they need to EZA the Super Saiyan 3 Rose. That would be so good. He would be a goat for this team. Alright, so through phase 1, but this is the thing, now that we have our rotations actually set up the way we want them, I don't think we're going to have any trouble here at all. Also, this is annoying, the like constant no attacks in slot 1 for Vegeta. Yeah, he gets more links if I do that. If he's not going to be in slot 1, he might as well be there. Although annoyingly, this is the other big thing with Vegeta, he basically gets no defense if you don't get 18 ki. So this is kind of awkward. It's the problem with the all allies -3 ki modifier, but look at Mira, oh boy. I personally think, after using them all a bunch now, I think Mira is the best of the EZAs. Like, dude is an absolute monster. Mine has a pretty decent amount of dodge as well, so he just dodges everything. Let's go. Because, yeah, Vegeta, he gets like 250%, I think it is, attack and defense as long as you get 18 ki. And his 18 ki super is his only super that raises his defense. So, if you don't get 18 ki, not only do you not get that big defense raise, he doesn't get the super attack raise. And of course, he only has damage. He has that extra damage reduction on a full crossover rotation before he attacks. So after he attacks, he loses some of that damage reduction. So if he didn't get the big defensive boost from his passive, like he's actually kind of defensively, I would say, weak if he doesn't get 18 ki, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know. Do I waste? He's been in battle 3 turns, so I feel like we don't waste his transformation here because he's still got his 3-turn buff to start us off. So, because transforming him here feels like a waste because he gets that 1-turn really big damage boost, but his first super would just kill him here, so it kind of feels like a waste. Whereas now that we go into this phase, we're going to have Mira transform into Super Saiyan 4 Mira. Let's go. Then we transform with Vegeta. Grab these. Oh, he changed those physical orbs that were there. It's kind of annoying. That's only 4. See, I don't want him to get the in orbs. I want the support. There we go. Yeah, give our boys the attack support. That's what we want to see. So now Vegeta should just go off. And also this phase of the Ultra Supervillain Vegeta is physical. So GG's. 96 million. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean about, like, I feel like the burst mode recently, with the way they've changed it, they've made it way too easy. Like, I feel like there should be this good middle ground where if you're a newer player, burst mode should still be a bit tough, but you can do most of the missions, maybe even do all the way up to 8,000. But then it should be a case of, like, if you put on all the modifiers to get the maximum possible score, then I feel like it should be hard. Like, it should be a proper challenge. Whereas, like, I mean, obviously it just speaks to how good the crossover team actually is as well. But, like, this doesn't feel difficult at all with this team. Obviously, we had the road bump at the beginning with just having a really bad starting rotation. But other than that, like, this doesn't feel that difficult. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got the double Xeno Trunks rotation as well. So Vegeta's got a lot of support here. We're going to get super attacked. Double digit damage. This is my God Vegeta as well, so 79%. Yeah, so chances are, like, we just one-turn him here as well, like we did with the previous one. Because God Vegeta can do a pretty crazy amount of damage by himself, and then we have both the Xeno Trunks. Because this is the thing, even with what I said about Mira, I think Mira being the best one, I think they're all really good. The 2 Xeno Trunkses are really, really good as well. And having them both together on the same rotation, like, physical AGL Xeno Trunks might just kill him here. Although in slot 2, he's not as likely to get multiple super attacks off, I say, and then he gets an additional, so there you go. Physical Xeno Trunks is lined up to just finish him off now. And there we go. So that's what I mean. Like, to get the full score, the highest possible with all the modifiers on, like some of the previous burst modes we've had, it's been fun to do. And that's why we used to have like this sort of friendly challenge in the Discord. But I've done maximum score runs on some of the older ones, and it's taken me so many attempts, like loads and loads, like hours of just kind of being sat like, oh yeah, let's try this. Like, but there you go. So that is the maximum burst mode score in one run, 8,500 points with the crossover team. And so that is all of the missions done. We can go ahead and go over here to the burst mode tab, and there we go. So get 15 stones. Is that 6 Kais or 5? I think it's, I can't, my eyes literally won't focus on it. Is it 6? 5 SSR Hercule statues, 1 of the platinum ones, 3 mini Kais, small meat item, 3 medium meat items. Hey, all of that can be nicely put towards Dokkan Day link level grinding now. So yeah, there you go. That was the burst mode of all the missions. Pretty straightforward. Now, if you didn't pull Vegeta, Obviously, the easiest way, I did do the video yesterday for beating the Jiren mission with no new characters. So, like, you'd have to use Demigra. I mean, basically, you could use the same team I used, but with Demigra as the leader instead. The only difference, obviously, is the fact that I guess I have the banner unit, Xenotrunks. If you don't have him, then obviously you put Demigra on the team. If you didn't pull any of the new characters at all, Demigra as the leader, and then free-to-play Jiren on the team. And then obviously you just use a friend, God Vegeta. It'd be tougher because, like, no one on the team, as we already said, outside of Vegeta is particularly good at slot 1 tanking, but there we go. So that's all the burst mode missions done. 8,500 maximum points achieved. Let me know how you guys got on. Did you just go for the 8,000? Did you just go for the 7,000 to get the stones? Or did you do a maximum score run as well? Let me know how you got on down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. All right. So that's that recorded. Yeah, that was very easy for a burst mode. New LR Vegeta set up for EZA when Ultra Ego releases. Yeah, true. Because he's going to EZA in, what, like 3 years? And it'll be longer than that, I guess, really, even still, until we see Ultra Ego in Dokkan. So imagine Ultra Ego comes out with, like, a Realm of Gods and, like, some other category leader skill. And then, yeah, this guy gets an EZA to go on the team. The only problem is he does want crossover allies or Realm of Gods allies after he transforms. So I guess that would be fine for after he transforms, but... Go back to our Saiyan Day shenanigans. I always say Saiyan Day instead of Dokkan Day. We are Dokkan Day shenanigans. And that is a good point that Vegeta is also on demonic power because of the Supervillain buff. Yeah, crossover team is just so good. The thing is, the team is like too good. I was trying to see yesterday. I was trying to do different things with like the. I just wanted to see how much like Mira could stack, but like the team just beats events too quickly, especially because. Especially because of, like, how crazy God Vegeta can be. Because he's your slot 1 unit, as we just said, right? He basically has to be in slot 1. But when he gets hit in slot 1, he obviously then gets the extra attacks, and he does loads of damage. So, like, yeah, you have multiple turns where you're trying to stack with Mira, but Vegeta has to go in slot 1, and then Mira basically either doesn't get a chance to attack, or gets to attack, like, once.
All right, let's do this.
Greatest comeback of crossover. My only criticism, and that's again why I want there to be a part 2, so we can get more crossover stuff and like more EZAs. My only problem with the team, and it's fine for me because I have the units now, right? But like, it's one very specific build of the team. It's the new summonable character and his banner units and the Xenoverse EZAs, and they're the only runnable crossover characters. Like, none of the old Heroes units are good anymore. Like, you can get away with running the characters that are dodge characters. Obviously, free-to-play Jiren can like fill a slot on the team as well. But in terms of like the best build of the crossover team, it literally just is Vegeta, probably the Xeno Trunks instead of Demigra, right? Or instead of Toa, because she's banned in some events. And then, yeah, just like the Xenoverse EZAs. Because, like, even if I had the AGL, Mira, and Toa, I don't know who I would cut from the team to put them on the team. Now, to be fair, that is also partly because I don't have them. I can't remember, like, off the top of my head exactly what it is that they do. So I'm just having a look now. They are a support unit. I mean, they are, immediately by giving support, I would probably prefer them on the team over in Demigra. So in events where they're banned, I would use them. I did think about that yesterday, but unfortunately the private server that I use hasn't updated with the Xenoverse EZAs yet. Let me have a quick check and see if they've done anything like today. Because I did look yesterday, but yeah, Dre's that thing with the you'd cut one of the Xeno Trunks. I don't know, man. Like, they're both really good. Are Mira and Toa better? That's the thing. I haven't really looked. So they give support, 2 key 30% attack and defense. They always get a guaranteed additional super, so that's pretty good. With the crossover team, they've got 500% attack and defense, 50% damage reduction. Okay, yeah, so they are better than, like, I would say both the Xeno Trunkses. They get 250% defense when they receive an attack, yeah. For 4 turns, they have a Scouter and a bunch of extra defense. As the second attacker, they get extra attack and a chance to do an extra super. As the third attacker, they get 2 additional attacks. Every attack performed, they build up key. And they stack as well. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you would cut one of the Xeno Trunkses for them, I think. I don't know which one. Probably the physical one, because the AGL one links better. Damn, I really want them, but obviously didn't get them from the banner, and I'm not summoning on the banner again now, after how badly the summons went the first time around. But I want the banner unit, they're so good. But yeah, Drace, that post about the Capcom thing is actually hilarious. With the that guy getting butt hurt. The well, that's the Monster Hunter thing, so that's funny. It's actually the Monster Hunter. I thought that was actually like Capcom's Twitter or something, but when is that post even from? I wonder if they deleted it. Because I can't even see the original post that guy retweeted. Oh, so it was on the cat one. They deleted it. Okay, yeah, they deleted their reply. That's funny. Technically, it's Capcom. Yeah. Yeah, it's Capcom overall, but I tried to look at the actual Capcom, like, Twitter. But yeah, it's the Monster Hunter Twitter. But yeah, that is funny. Basically, the person was complaining about them, like, spamming... Oh, where's the visual gone? Hello? Capture card? Yeah, the one about Chris punching the boulders was the one that I saw. Okay. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was all about. That wasn't just me, right? Like, the game disappeared off the screen. I'm not sure why that happened. To be fair, I have been unplugging and replugging in the capture card more recently, because we've been playing console games on the stream again. But yeah, someone basically replied saying, because they're replying the Capcom thing, they're doing this thing where the android girl from Pragmata's basically taken over other Twitter accounts of theirs, supposedly. Like, it's just funny memes. So taken over the Monster Hunter one and keeps posting stuff about, like, Monster Hunter, but from the android girl's perspective. And someone replied on it saying, there's got to be a purpose to this spam, right? Because if not, this is where I hit the unfollow button. And they just replied with a screenshot of that person's, like, profile thing where it shows their follower thing, and they are only following 4 people and have 0 followers. And they just posted a screenshot of that saying, I'll miss you, which is just them kind of like flaming them back. And then they replied saying, you know, this was offensive and not a joke. Not everyone wants to follow 10,000 people. And then F you, Capcom, really. It's like, so they decided to be, like, funny with them, got, like, a little cheeky burn back, and got, like, proper butthurt about it, which I think is funny. Yeah, I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, Raldo, how's it going? Yeah, I think that idea is cool, because, yeah, it's, like, talking about the monster. The Chris Boulder Punch reference thing is really funny. But yeah, I think it's funny to, like, point out someone who basically doesn't follow anyone anyway, and then them being like, oh, I'm going to unfollow you. It's like, okay. It's just like that classic, the classic meme where it's like, this is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. Like, if you don't like what an account is posting, then yeah, just unfollow them. And if you really don't like it, like people who are being, like, arseholes or whatever, then block them. But yeah, it's like, that kind of stuff will always be funny to me when it comes to someone following, like, a big account like Capcom. They're posting some memes to promote their new game, and then you just start complaining about them, like, what they're posting. Which is funny, because on both sides of the coin, like, I've seen it before where, like, a lot of people don't like corporate accounts that are, like, too corporate and don't, you know, they just post their news and, like, that's it and stuff. It's always been funny memes in the past where people actually like it when the person who's controlling, like, a corporate Twitter account, whoever the intern is that they're paying to do their social media, they do actually reply to people and, like, put memes and, like, make jokes and stuff. Like, that stuff's more fun. Right. But yeah. I'll probably, I do want to play Pragmata. I might get around to it one day, but it's just one of those things at the moment. I don't really want to be buying, like, full price day one, like, 50 quid games. Plus, we've been having fun on the second channel with Detroit Become Human, so started our second playthrough last night, going for the making a lot of opposite choices to what we did the first time around. So It's going to be quite a fun playthrough, which will continue on tomorrow night, which I probably should put the link in the thing. That's the other thing you kind of have to do with like Dokkan Day is you want to make sure you're not using too much, like too many items to get your stamina up. You want to get your stamina up just to the point of where you can rank up, because then you get all your stamina back again. So you've got 1210 rank now. My maximum stamina increases to 440. Let's go. That's so many World Tournament runs. What is it? It's not exact, is it though? 440 divided by 60. No, still only 7.3 full World Tournament runs on 1 bar of stamina. Let's go. So what's the... hang on, what would it be? So a full run in the World Tournament is 60. So if we do... it was 7.3. So if we do times 8. So I need to get to 480 stamina. When I get to 480 stamina, so I need another 40 more. But when I get to 480 stamina, I can do 8 full runs of the World Tournament on a full stamina bar without having to reset. Let's go. Make all the right choices. Well, actually, it's funny because I'm going to be making different choices. So in the first playthrough I did, all the choices I made were the right choices. And now in the second playthrough, I'm going to make completely different choices, but they will still all be the right choices. That's what's so fun about it. And my choice making in Detroit is that they're all the right choices always. So, so it's going to be more even more fun this time. Best crossover team right now is Double Vegeta, New Trunks, Toa and Mira, Demigra, Physical Mira, Int Xeno Trunks, and AGL Xeno Trunks. Double Vegeta, New Trunks are the Int Trunks banner unit, right? So both the banner units. And then Demigra, Physical Mirror. Wait, hang on. You said Int Xeno Trunks twice, right? Because Int Xeno Trunks is the New Trunks.
Alright, let's do this.
But yeah, I think if you can run Toa, I would run Toa over Demigra. I think Demigra is just very, like, boring. He does an okay attack stat compared to everybody else. You have to put him in slot 3. Because when we read his design, right, and I was saying, like, oh, this is really cool. Like, you put him in slot 3, then when you want him to transform the next time around, you put him in slot 2. But the problem is, it's also kind of a restriction, because it means you have to put him in slot 3. Because as soon as you put him in slot 2 for the first time, he's going to transform on the next turn. So if you get like a bad starting setup or something, like you just still have to put him in slot 3. He can't do anything in slot 1 because he doesn't get his extra dodge chance or anything. So he basically at the start of the fight, he has to be a slot 3 character. He doesn't give any support and his attack stats are just like okay. So I actually don't really think he's that great. I think he might actually be the worst one if we don't count the fact that Toa is banned from events. Then I think she's better than Demigra. If we count the fact that she's banned, then I think she automatically just has to be the worst one. But yeah, overall, I think that Demigra, I think he's the worst one for... This is a thing that I've said about, like, when we talked about, like, things like reasons why I don't like Festival and stuff like that. The reason why I think Demigra is the worst one is because he commits the biggest sin of anything in a game, whether it's a character or a game mode or anything like that. He's boring. Because like I said, he just has to be a slot 3 character that doesn't really do any like extra damage than any of the other characters on the team. He doesn't support the team. Like, I think he's mid. But well, I say that, they're all good, but I think he's the worst one. In fact, let's tweet it out now. After playing with them a bunch, here's how I'd rate the Xenoverse EZAs. 1 Mirror. 2 AGL Xenotrunks. 3 Physical Xenotrunks. 4 Toa. 5 Demigra. This is ignoring Toa being banned, as she isn't in the red zone RE. Otherwise, swap her and Demigra around. Demigra to me is just boring. Locked into slot 3. Doesn't support the team. Doesn't support the team and isn't doing anything damage-wise that's better than the others. His giant form is cool for the utility, but you need to set it up. And the crossover team honestly just clears without needing it. Right. There you go. So yeah, after playing with them a bunch, here's how I'd rate the Xenoverse EZAs. Number 1 Mirror, 2 AGL Xenotrunks, 3 Physical Xenotrunks, 4 Toa, 5 Demigra. This is ignoring Toa being banned, as she isn't in the red zone RE. Otherwise, swap her and Demigra around. Demigra to me is just boring. He's locked into slot 3, doesn't support the team, and isn't doing anything damage-wise that's better than the others. His giant is cool for the utility, but you need to set it up, and the crossover team honestly just clears without needing it. So...
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, I posted it over on Twitter. Feel free to go tell me I'm wrong and the order that you like them in if you disagree. There's the link to the tweet if you wanna go do so. Feel free to let me know. Yeah, I really want that Mirror and Toa card, but I'm not going to be able to get them anytime soon. Hey, we got a level 10 link finally. Let's go. The name of the song. This is the channel called Corner of the Cafe that does like rock, lo-fi stream like stuff that you use. I've been using for streams. Technically, this song is called Flame Queen, but it's just a random like mix that just plays. But yeah, the channel is called Corner of the Cafe because I've got the live thing that they've got playing. So if you go to their channel now, the live one that's called Lo-Fi Rock Radio Hard Rock Vibes is the one that I'm listening to. But yeah, next week, well, the rest of this week is there's no other content, right? So, in fact, let's make one of the... I want to make a Demonic Power team based on that thing that Platty tweeted out, just to test it out. So he's only got Royal Lineage left to go, but it's at 8, which is annoying. Still got 2 8s and a 9 on you. Sharing the limit is 8 now for Krillin, that's good. Because I want to get everyone up to the point where I can then just do like a key run. Because that would get this guy to full level 10s. That would get this guy to full level 10. but then everybody else would still have links to go. So I don't want to do key runs unless I'm going to get like multiple characters up to full link level 10. Okay, some weird thing about one of the frontier missions. Apparently you had to have Dende awakened from an SR into an SSR for the mission to work, which you would assume people would have done anyway, but... Alright, so let's do a demonic power team. Because I finally got a second dupe for my Goma. So I wish I had Dabura. Sadly, I do not. So let's see. What was this team? I can't make the same team that Plati has because I don't have the AGL mirror on Toa. But we do have the mirror, Toa and Demigra on here. Then he was using LR Garlic Jr. That's interesting because he actually is pretty good. And then I kind of want to just run Glorio. But then I guess for these guys they need to have, well, actually we have the 3 crossover allies because we have the 3 Xenoverse units. So it doesn't even matter if he doesn't have a full extreme rotation because there are 3 or more crossover characters on the team. Because, I mean, we could run Vegeta, but he doesn't really fit well on the team. So in terms of, like, another demonic power character that would actually be good. It's a shame that none of these heroes units aged well enough. Because, like, this guy was pretty good when he released. But obviously no one on this team really has big bad bosses outside of Goma. So him being in slot 3 is not going to do much. God, I wish Demigra. I wish this guy was still good. I mean, he could be okay because he has that damage reduction, but I don't feel like he also is another character that has big bad bosses. You have big bad bosses though, don't you? But annoyingly, again, as we said before, you can't put this guy in slot 2, really ever. So is this guy going to have to be the other slot 2 character? Yeah, he's got big bad bosses. I wonder if Demigra would actually work. Let me try. Because, yeah, this could be interesting. More Frontier in a few days. Wait, do we know that? Was that said somewhere? Because I thought we knew we had 2 sets of stages coming, but I didn't know about even more. Yeah, so let's give this a go, shall we? I want to record it to see how we get on.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so we've got an interesting start here because we've got Demigra, who, as I've already said, I'm not a huge fan of. Out of all the Xenoverse EZAs, I think he's the worst one. But the problem is, like, if we want to put him in slot 2, he will automatically be transforming into the giant form the next turn, which I guess is not the end of the world for early in the fight. Because as much as I want to test out how good Mechikabra could be on this team, I also don't really want him to be in slot 1. So I guess we'll do this, and it just means we're getting the giant form with Demigra next turn, which I suppose... Oh, for God's sake, of course. I go to record this, and now the bloody thing's, like, cut out again. God, I'm going to have to... Typical, as I go to start recording as well. I might have to move the wires around and stuff under the desk and make sure everything is... all the connections are as like tight as possible, because that's very annoying. Yeah, the truth curse, not the cord. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to do this run and then quit and start recording it again. Yeah, see, Meki Cabra 12 million. I mean, that's not great, but it's not terrible. He also heals on Rainbow Orbs, which I guess is kind of helpful for the team. Like... I also spelled ignoring wrong on that tweet. I just realised I put ignoring. I put an extra N in there by accident. That's the thing, Goma, as long as he's dodging, like, early on, like, Goma is a goat. Still hold out hope for Heroes one day. I mean, that's the thing, the physical card game is still doing Hero stuff. So, even though the Heroes celebrations, as we knew them, have stopped, there is, I guess, nothing set in stone that we couldn't ever get another Heroes character again at some point. I mean, that's the thing is, even though it's unlikely, like with this character, of course, it's because Xenoverse 2 announced their final DLC and all that kind of stuff, but there's technically no reason why, as far as I know. Obviously, it comes down to rights, so we don't really know what the deals are and stuff behind the scenes, but we could one day just randomly get a Dokkan Fest Heroes character. Oh wow, so Garlic Jr. just straight up tanks Jiren's normal crits for double-digit damage. Okay. The new God Vegeta is on demonic power, but he just doesn't really fit on the team. Like, he doesn't link well, really, with everybody else. Plus, this is kind of like a fun, like, theme team, because it's like actual, like, demon, sort of demonic characters, rather than just putting him on there because... Okay, wait, so why didn't you transform? Is it from turn... Oh, is it only in the first turn you can get away with it? Oh, and all allies have to be crossover or Realm of Gods. So because we have this guy on here, he doesn't transform. Interesting. Okay, so Demigra's actually better on this team then. Although he still only gets that one time only buff in slot 2. So... we could basically never put him in slot 2 again now. That's the other thing I find annoying about his thing. If you have to put him in slot 2 on one specific turn because of your rotation, he can never go in slot 2 again. Okay, people seem to genuinely agree with the Xenoverse EZA ranking. Let's go. Alright, so we still haven't received any... Oh, we've received one hit so far. That's the thing. I feel like we don't use the giant form for... we don't use the giant form for this guy until we absolutely have to. Also, this team has a very low amount of HP, 670k. Oof. Currently farming Kid Boos for Elder Kai Super Soul in Xenoverse 2. Worst experience of my life. Yeah, that we were talking about that was slow on the podcast, but yeah, having to grind for like a specific drop in a stage was one of the worst things in Xenoverse 2. Yeah, so now now this is the moment of truth where Meki Cabra is actually going to have to take a hit, and we see if he just gets absolutely dominated or not. Okay, no. So not Meki Cabra then. That's why wish I had Mira and Toa. Hello, I'm a new player. Do you know when the EZA events for the free-to-play LRs appear? Talking about the Prime Battle ones. Aren't they all in... I'm not sure, actually. They're either all in this tab or they're in the portal thing. Oh, wait, yeah, because they haven't done the thing where they made all the new ones their own thing, have they? Where are they? Are they at the bottom, or are they just not in, like, are they not in play at the moment? I can't remember. I have a theory about the next EZA TUR. Go for it. So we've got the strike stages at the bottom, Hero Extermination event, and then Dokkan events. So, yeah, I think most of them are in the portal, I guess. But some of them are just not available. It's like a weird thing. Sometimes Dokkan brings them back for like bigger celebrations and stuff, but yeah, otherwise you just have to go in the portal to do them, I suppose. Yeah, it's a shame because Meki Cabra was good. Like, Meki Cabra was relevant for so long after his EZA, but he never got like a good team. He would have been really good on the he was really good on the Fusion Zamasu team, like when the Tech LR one came out, but then yeah, he just aged out. Like, well, he didn't age out super quickly, but he just stopped having good teams to be run on. Does this guy support Demonic Power, or does he support, or do I just run Glorio? He does support Demonic Power. And he has Guard in slot 3. So do I run Piccolo or Glorio? I feel like Glorio is probably better because it's the multi-turn support. I don't know. He does rely on dodge though. Where's Glorio? There he is. Try out Glorio. You see Dual Dokkan Fest, the current units of Vegeta's banner, the only options left would be Frieza, Bardock, Super 17, Turles, TOP androids, and Gohan and Piccolo. Considering GGG Day is coming up, Bardock or Gohan and Piccolo could be options. Gohan and Piccolo don't make a lot of sense to me though, because they're a normal exchange character, so they are not on like Goku family. So I think doing them as part of Goku, Gohan, Goten Day would be weird. Okay, this is at least still working for now, so.
Let's do this.
Okay, so let's try this out here against Jiren. So we got an interesting starting rotation. Fortunately, with the Xenoverse EZAs, characters like Toa They get their buffs in slot 2 as well, because obviously we want to have Glorio in slot 3, because that's where he gives the support. So we'll do this here. Damn, Goma actually taking a hit. I mean, obviously he tanks it like a beast for the first 3 attacks, but Goma is still going to be relevant for a long time because of the way his thing works, right? Because as long as he does dodge, the first 3 hits that he's going to take, he's invincible. So if he keeps dodging early on, you get to the point where in a lot of these fights, the boss is a lot tougher later on. But if Goma's dodged everything up until that point, you still know he has like 3 hits guaranteed in the bag where he's not going to take any damage. Because, I mean, 99% damage reduction, it doesn't even matter. Like, we talk about how when some characters, even if they have 90% damage reduction, if their start of turn defense isn't good, then they would still take damage. But 99% damage reduction is a completely different situation, right? Like, a 20 million damage super minus 99% is 200k. So, like, Goma is tanking, like, even when bosses start supering for 20 million damage, like, Goma would still tank that for double-digit damage if he actually gets hit. So, like, Goma's going to be relevant for a long time, I think. Obviously, in fights that disable dodge, not as much. But once you get the 2 dupes, you get him gold slotted and you give him, like, extra dodge. Because I'm pretty sure I gave mine a gold level 7, like, extreme AGL level 7 dodge. But yeah, 99% damage reduction is no joke. Wow, Glorio even tanked a normal for double-digit damage. That's surprising. Okay, so let's do this. Because, yeah, let me double-check my build. Because the friend is also my one, because there's no Goma friends. Okay, he's got an extreme AGL. I gave him a crit and defense one. Interesting. He's got a, oh yeah, he's got a level 7 and dodge and level 7 defense silver. So, I mean, he does have, was that 22 dodge? Arguably, I could give him more if I had a level 7 one, but I think I just didn't have a good level 7 dodge one, so I gave him that one so he could do some more damage, But yeah, that is the unfortunate thing. It's not a skill issue. Like, it is just RNG. Like, if he gets hit 3 times early on in an event, then you could be in danger. Like now, like him taking that hit early on is bad for the later turns. But then also that's what the giant form is for as well. Like, I feel like if you save it in a lot of these events, you could save the giant form for after he's been hit 3 times. So now you're going into a turn where he potentially would be in danger. But he now has the giant form, so you're cancelling out the enemy's ability to super attack you in the first place. So that would be pretty good. So free to play, Battlefield LR, Garlic Jr. Tanks the normals from Jiren, the crit normals for double digit damage. That's actually really good. Obviously he has big bad bosses with Goma as well. And Timebreaker has big bad bosses, so he has that active here. I think maybe that is one of the reasons why I also am not super impressed with Timebreaker overall out of the Xenoverse EZAs, because when you run him on the crossover team with all the other Xenoverse EZAs, none of those characters have big bad bosses. So he's never going to have big bad bosses active, which means he's never going to look like particularly crazy. Maybe that is one of the reasons as well. But Mira on his first turn obviously is a bit of a beast. We've got the Toa support here as well. So this Goma's only been hit once so far. But yeah, that's the thing, is you will get lucky sometimes. If the RNG goes your way, you will have these runs where he just dodges everything for the first few turns. And so he's basically just invincible. Because he's still... This one can still get hit twice and take no damage. But he dodged all the attacks on this turn. So... yeah, Goma is still one of the best units in the game. Mira tanking for double digits. Didn't get the additional from his passive, which sucks. That's the one thing about this Mira EZA that I wish I could change. But then I guess maybe they thought he would be too good. But that thing in his passive should be launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, instead of just has a great chance to do an additional super. And then he would just be even better. Because all the turns where you miss the super and he just does an additional normal, you would potentially then just proc the hidden potential instead, and then off you go. So, yeah, this Goma's been hit twice, so hopefully he will still be fine. Do that. Oof, not a lot of key for you, but fortunately, then Glorio. Let's just use Glorio's active skill. Let's do that. Timebreaker waiting for that new Xeno Rose to be the best EZA. Yeah, because him having big bad bosses as well would be pretty good. Also, does Timebreaker have godly power? Wow. There you go. So this Goma is now potentially in trouble when it comes to... I mean, he still has 66% damage reduction. So his post-super defense is relatively good. But now this Goma, we will just have to use the giant form on the next turn around. But that's fine. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I was happy to give him the orb that has the crit as well. Because he doesn't have crazy crit chance. He does have some, I believe, as part of his base kit. But... obviously, you see with that first attack of the turn he did, if he doesn't crit, he isn't doing, like, crazy damage. Which is fine, considering how ridiculously good he is defensively, right? If he was also one of the hardest hit units in the game, then he would probably be too good. But... Battlefield Garlic Jr. with the dodge as well, let's go. That's my opinion on useless links like New or Xenoverse. I think they're stupid. They're kind of a byproduct of old Dokkan, where they just had these links that... they obviously decided very early on that specific characters always have to have certain specific links, but then they didn't do enough like versions of those different characters to make that link useful, like New being an example. Xenoverse is actually a really good link in terms of what it gives characters, but yeah, it's bad in the sense that like very few characters in the game actually have it. So yeah, I wish they wouldn't do stuff like that, because links are obviously important. Like all of the Xenoverse EZA characters, Xenoverse at level 10 gives 20% attack and 10% defense. So obviously all of the Xenoverse units are way better if they have that link active. Wow, Goma actually proper selling on this turn. So there you go. Both Gomas are now in play. They honestly should have given Final Form Mirror big bad bosses instead of Nightmare post-transformation. Yeah, because isn't he, like, the Final Form Mirror, isn't he the final boss of, like, vanilla Xenoverse 2? So why does he not have big bad bosses? Am I remembering that incorrectly? Is he not, like, once he absorbs Toa and the Toki Toki egg and becomes this, like, Super Saiyan 4 Mirror, is he not the final boss of vanilla Xenoverse 2? Because if he is, then he should have big bad bosses, really. Yeah, so yeah, that would have been really cool if he did have that, because realistically he should have it. But then, I mean, like, Broly should have it as well, right? So, I mean, we know that Dokkan and Link's being, like, inconsistent or a bit wonky has kind of been a thing forever, but doesn't mean it's not annoying, obviously, but and we also have the Garlic Jr. Revival active here now as well. So, Giant Form with Goma, Giant Form Goma active skill. And then, let's grab all the key. Or at least as much as we can get. Goma getting... that's the thing they should do with all giant forms, though, is the fact that we get the extra key. Like, those... that just makes it so much easier, especially for LR ones. I think it's because the SSR was years before his TR Awakening. But the thing is, though, when he transforms, his links change, right? When he transforms, he gets Nightmare. So, when they decided to make him transform into Final Form Mirror... I absolutely agree, yeah, that instead of Nightmare, that should have been Big Bad Bosses. Or change one of his other links to Big Bad Bosses, I don't know. But that would just, again, that would just be a little thing that makes him even better. Because, yeah, I do really like that mirror, obviously. As I said in that tweet, I think he's the best of the Xenoverse EZAs. So far, no one has commented, I'm looking at that post, no one has commented on that post I made to say that they disagree. I think it has like one one retweet that basically just says they agree with that. So I know what I'm talking about, chat. Sometimes. When it comes to Dokkan, most of the time. Because yeah, someone said Demigra looks the best on paper, but the giant form from high use just hasn't really done much for me. I mean, that's the thing. The crossover team with the is just so good that I feel like you don't even really need the giant form. Plus, you have to set it up, which it's not like that's difficult, but it's kind of like you have to know 2 turns in advance you want the giant form. So then you put Demigra in slot 2, and then you have to wait 2 turns, and then he transforms. But SSR's from Xenoverse 1. Maybe, but then obviously his transformation is from Xenoverse 2. Like, he transforms into a character that isn't in Xenoverse 1. So but yeah, I guess they are all Xenoverse 1 cards, and Demigra is the boss of Xenoverse 1, so he has big bad bosses. But it's just kind of a shame. Like, it's cool that they made him transform into the Super Mirror, but yeah, technically Super Mirror should have big bad bosses. Oh well. It is what it is, as they say. In fact, what also is what it is that we probably win this turn, because if the giant form from Goma here doesn't kill him, then we've already got Mira transformed, and we have Goma on the rotation for support. But giant form Goma does actually do relatively decent damage, so he might actually kill him here. No, let's see. Got a lot of key as well. 3 slots of 24 key super, so is this going to be enough? But yeah, this is definitely a very fun team. Demonic power, getting some fun updates. Obviously, Goma only being a 200% leader. I say only, but obviously we're very much in the 220 meta. If Goma was a 220 demonic power leader, this would be even more crazy, which would be super fun. Glorio can still kind of hold his own as long as the boss doesn't disable dodge and you get that good RNG. But yeah, it's a fun team. Obviously, if you have Mira and Toa, the banner unit, I would run them instead of Glorio. But especially because transformed Mira obviously also gives them a buff, because they're another unit whose name includes Toa. But so you can do this, and then do this. And yeah, you can't super. Goma gets the dodge. 51.9 million for Goma. Tanks the crit normals, and then Mira can come in and hopefully finish him off here. 31 mil. Depends if he gets the additionals, which he's got one at least. You never know when you just get the second attack, whether it's the one from his passive or if it is the hidden potential. Especially if he doesn't do a third attack, then you literally just have no way to know. So Glorio's not going to necessarily do crazy damage here. He does jump up very quickly in his attack stat if he does multiple supers. But that's the only problem, is he doesn't have a lot of links active. Actually, Mira does have Fierce Battle, because there is at least that. Because Mira and Toa, I think, have Fierce Battle. Does Demigra have Fierce Battle? The Xenotrunkses only have Showering the Limit, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Glorio not quite getting there, unfortunately. But we get the dodges. We've still got the revival active. This will be kind of funny, because if because he's been hit multiple times now, if he doesn't dodge the super in slot 1, then Goma will die, but then we'll just revive from Garlic Jr.'s revival. So Garlic Jr. definitely comes in clutch on the team. There you go, 3.6 million crit. We revive with Garlic Jr. I guess this is the one problem, though, that we talked about earlier in the run, is once the Gomas have been hit 3 times, we're now, like, relying on them to dodge. Could Mira in slot 1 tank the super from this Jiren? How much damage does his super actually do? Let's have a look. I need to double check, because I can't remember. Challenge, Xenoverse Red Zone, Jiren. So Jiren's super... He's got 100% extra attack as well. That's the problem. So his super does... Yeah, it does like 7 million. You technically have the damage reduction. You get 250% when you get hit. He's already been hit since he transformed. So was it 2530176 plus 250%? So when Mira gets hit, he has 8.8 million defense. So does he tank here? I feel like he does, but I guess let's find out. Because yeah, if he doesn't dodge, then oh, that is true. He can crit. I forget about the crits. Yeah, that's true. If the super crits, it would actually kill him. Dodge Mirror. Yes, let's go, my goat. That's why I gave him loads of dodge. Hell yeah. Mirror coming in clutch yet again. But yeah, this is the problem, the only problem with Goma. Because if he hadn't been hit 3 times already, we could just put him in slot 1. Although, to be fair, there was multiple attacks before the super. So if any of those had connected and then that puts him up to taking 3 hits, then the super could still annihilate him. But there we go. Mirror for the W. We love to see it. So there you go. Like the demonic power team with Goma, definitely super fun now. It's not like the best team in the game or anything like that, but definitely a fun little team. So we do love to see that. Shout out to Platty on Twitter for the I hadn't really even thought about running these guys on the demonic power team until I saw him tweet about it, so I thought we would try it out. Like I say, I don't have the Mira and Toa banner unit from God Vegeta's banner. I would switch out Glorio for them if I did have them, but yeah, very fun team. Give it a try if you've got Goma and don't have the new Vegeta and you want to try the extreme Xenoverse EZAs on a fun team. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new demonic power team down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. All right, there we go. That was fun. Good team, good team. Joel, how's it going? Yeah, the new Vegeta basically will I say solo the crossover missions, but yeah, he's very, very good. He's the slot 1 unit for the team, and the crossover team with him as the leader is very, very strong. So yeah, Timebreaker has Fierce Battle as well. Yes, it's just the Xenotrunkses that don't have it. Which is a shame, because obviously they did, like, the Super Saiyan 1 links decently well with God Vegeta, but annoyingly doesn't have Fierce Battle, which would make it significantly better.
Right, let's do this.
It's a Joel not reading his cards again. Let's go. Tick that off the Dokkan bingo card for the day. Hey, Jiren finally got a link go up to 9. Not a level 10 link, but we'll take it. It's the fact they awaken from the strike event medals or Demigra. Yeah, because they Miratoa and Demigra awakened from actual Dokkan Fest medals. So they have fierce battle, but yeah, unfortunately the Xeno Trunks stuck with sharing the limit. Which is a shame, because he is good, but let me rename that recording so I know. Yeah, I haven't really used Baby that much. I pulled him from this banner. No, was it this banner? No, he's not on this banner, is he? What was the previous banner? No, it is this banner, isn't it? Yeah, it is this banner, because I pulled him. I remember pulling him from some of the tickets. But yeah, my impression of Baby from his release is that he wasn't that great. At least maybe until he transforms. So it's interesting to see people in chat saying that he's still good. Maybe I need to test him out. I did use my yellow coins to get the Gohan and Goten as well.
All right, let's do this.
The real problem with Baby is his terrible base form. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I should try him out more, because like I only just got this. Getting him off of this banner is literally the first time I've gotten him. Even 69. Yeah, I've only got one dupe in him, so I haven't even finished doing his hidden potential because I wasn't sure what to give him. But he's only got one link to go to get to full level 10, and then I probably should test him out on something. Maybe on one of the Xenoverse RE stages, because those stages are fun, but they're not like super hard. So I feel like they're probably not bad stages for testing out characters and stuff. So yeah, maybe I should just try their Baby team in an event. I feel like the Jiren one's probably not a great one to test him out because Jiren's AGL and does crits, so we could try the Vegeta one. trying to think, what is his... I can't even remember what his leader skill is. There's Corroded Body and Mind or Battle of Fate. I guess you do just run Omega on his team though, right? Interesting, because his team does have a new Master Vegeta who is extreme. Omega. Bruh. Who's his best link partner, though, as well? That's the thing. Let's go to link tool, put in baby. Oof. Well, actually, because the nuking characters aren't banned in this event, are they? So we could use int baby. I realised my baby is still 68%, but let's give it a try. Because baby in his base, I don't even remember what he does. He's not a slot 1 unit though, is he? That's one of the things that is probably very much going to be the case. Cards, baby. Guards all attacks. Has a 70% chance to dodge. I mean, I guess we just put you in slot 1, even though you only have Fierce Battle. Damn, no EX. Well, that was good.
Let's do this.
Oh no, we got double baby turn 1. Oof. Yeah, it's 80% once. That's why he's so terrible in base, right? Because you just want him to transform straight away. But oof. This turn though. Mr. Dodge or Die over here. 70% chance to dodge. Doesn't dodge immediately in slot 1. Jesus. Let me look at his kit again. So, yeah, he just has a great chance to dodge. He has guard. Corroded Body and Mind allies 50% attack. When attacking with 12 or more key, yeah, because he's not a slot 1 unit. When he attacks with 12 or more key, he gets 250% extra attack and defense. and a 10% extra chance to dodge one time only. So, like, he's not supposed to be a slot 1 character. Okay, the other baby is in slot 7, so I need to float this guy off. What's the best units to use on a crossover team? The new Vegeta and all of the Xenoverse EZAs. If you've done the missions from like the panel board and stuff, you should have 10 of those silver stones. And you can trade those 4 copies of the Xenoverse characters. So you should be able to get all of them if you didn't have them already. But yeah, literally the best crossover team is God Vegeta, either of the banner units if you have them, and then the Xenoverse EZAs in some sort of combination is like the best crossover team. Because realistically, those are the only usable crossover characters. But if you have both the banner units, I think the best team is the God Vegeta, both the banner units, so Int Xeno Trunks and the AGL Mira and Toa, and then Physical Mira, AGL Xeno Trunks, and then either Physical Xeno Trunks or Tech Toa, depending on the event, I guess. But no, the banner units are really good. That's what I'm saying. If you have the banner units, use them. If you don't have them, then use just all the crossover characters. Yeah, all the Xenoverse characters, I should say. Finally got the Super Soul. Hey, let's go. Yeah, it's crazy how the Xenoverse team is better than Heroes, despite them all being on crossover. Yeah, it sucks. We need Heroes EZAs, man. That's why we need a part 2. We need a part 2. Drop LR, Ultra Supervillain, Rosé, do the Heroes EZAs, and then, man. What a setup that would be. So when could baby transform? Is it? Does he have an active skill transformation, or does he just transform? No, he just transforms from the 5th turn, or when there's 3 or more Creative Body and Mind or GT allies, he just transforms on the next turn, right? Okay. So yeah, he will just transform straight away, which is good. Oh yeah, this first form of the God Vegeta can be attack lowered as well, that's good. But yeah, hopefully it won't take me too long into the future summoning on other banners to get that Mira and Toa. Because obviously now that they've been released, they're going to be on every single banner going forwards. So, but yeah, the Super EZA for the LR Barbody is actually pretty decent as well, I will say. He's not like the craziest unit in the world or anything, but not bad. I don't even remember what what are these guys' active skill? Key 5, attack 30%, attack events all types, and then evade attacks. Okay, so you don't want to waste it then, I guess. Because if it gives them guaranteed dodge for a turn, then I guess you want to use it on a turn where you like throw them in slot 1 or something. And there's a Peppy Gal banner come out again. Oh, damn it, Omega. I can't remember. Let's have a look. We can search for who was the last one? It was like Coquette or whatever came out in last year's one, right? October the 22nd. Actually, that wasn't even last year. That was 2024. Who was last year's ones? Was that the one with Mai and someone else? No, that was she came out in 2024 with Coquette. Who were the two from last time? I actually don't remember. Oh, was one of them that Ran fan? She came out on the 18th of the 8th, or was she a banner unit with someone else? Oh, yeah, the AGL Videl, because she wasn't the banner unit for Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. I always, for some reason, always think that she is. Because was it Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, their banner unit was Spopovich? So random. Alright, well, anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. We got some good stuff done. We got the burst mode done. We got the we tried out the fun demonic power team. Back to some more Dokkan. I always want to say Saiyan Day for some reason. Back to the Dokkan Day link leveling / rank grinding I go. But yeah, that's going to be it from me for the stream. There's no stream tonight for the second channel or anything like that. I will be live tomorrow. No early stream on the main channel for Dokkan, but we will be live tomorrow evening for the late stream for more Detroit Become Human on the second channel. So do go check that out. Check out the pinned link in the chat if you haven't seen it already. My second channel where I do all my non-Dokkan stuff. And we'll be playing more Detroit Become Human over there. So that's going to be it from me. I appreciate you all coming out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, give a follow if you're on the Twitch side. I will see you guys all again soon. Have a good one.